test. This is your chapter 1 test. Now, let's take a look here at number 4. I want to quickly go over just 5 problems. It'll be very, very quick. But let's take a look at number 4. Now, what I'm going to do first here, Lauren, is I'm going to go over this with you and then show you where your mistake was back here. Okay? So here we go. Now, first of all, you know we do our powers first. Okay? So, we're going to square this 5. Now remember, Lauren, if it was -5 inside the parentheses, then that means you write the -5 twice, and you multiply, and you get a positive 25. Okay, but notice we do not have parentheses like this. Okay, so we are not squaring the negative sign. Okay, so we bring down our 36, we bring down our negative sign, bring down the multiplication sign, bring down the 2, bring down the 5, and now 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, now next we do our multiplication right here. So bring down your 36, bring down your positive 7, negative 25 times 2 is negative 50. Okay, now let's add up all of our positive numbers, Lauren. I have a positive 36 here, a positive 7 here, positive 36, positive 7 is positive 43. Bring down your negative 50. And now, Lauren, let's look at these like they're money. You have $43 in your purse, and you owe me 50. So you pay off part of your debt, and you still owe 7. Okay, so -7. Now, here's what you did wrong. Notice I have a 36 here. So do you. I have a negative 25. So do you. Positive times 2 plus 7. Perfect. All of that is perfect. Okay? Then, look what I have here. See this? That's exactly what you have. Good job. Just right here you messed up. You said a negative 50 and a positive 7 is negative 57. That's not right. Okay, think about it. If you have negative 50, you owe 50 and you pay off 7. Bring down your 36. If you owe 50 and you pay off 7, you still owe 43. Not negative 57, negative 43. And now, if you combine those two there, you will get negative 7. Okay? Now, number 12. Let's just go through this really quickly here. Okay, so 4 times. So I know I'm taking 4 times something. Well, it's not times something, it's times a quantity. Now, Lauren, listen. When you see a quantity, most of the time, 99% of the time, that's going to mean to put a parentheses, okay? Now, what goes inside the parentheses? The quantity of, here it is, x minus 11. X minus 11. So, 4 times times what? Times a quantity. So put your parentheses. And now, what goes inside the parentheses? The quantity of a number x. So x minus 11. X minus 11. And that is your answer. Now, if you want to put this 4 right next to the parentheses and write your answer like this, no problem. That's fine. This is fine. If you want to take that 4 and multiply it through, 4 times x is x. 4 times negative 11 is negative 44. This is fine, okay? But this is not. All right, okay. Number 13. Okay, now, here we go. Look at this. 50 multiplied by. So, 50 is being multiplied by, oh, there's that word again. 50 times a quantity. So I'm going to put parentheses. Now, what is in my parentheses? 20 divided by n. So 20 divided by n. Now you use a division symbol, and that's fine. That's okay, but I do prefer this. Okay, and then it says is greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to 250. So your work here is perfect, Lauren, except when it says quantity, that means you've got to quantify. You've got to put into the whole group the parentheses. If you would have done that, just that, your answer would have been perfect. Okay? All right. Now, is this a function? Well, let me ask you a question, Lauren. You put no because it only goes to one number. And I see what you're thinking, but that's not what you're supposed to look at, okay? This can be confusing. Sorry for yawning, so pay attention here. This is your inputs. Your x's are your inputs, and your y's are your outputs. Now, 1. 1 gave you out what? 6. Now, if I had another 1 down here, and 1 gave you out 6 again, that's fine, because 1 is giving you out the same number. But if I had a 1 here, Lauren, and then an 8 over here, that's when you put no, because 1 would have given you out 6, and 1 would have also given you out 8. And that can't happen. But the way it's set up, everything's fine. Look, 1, there's no other ones here. So 1 gave you out one number, and that's fine. 2 gave you out only one number. 3 gave you out only one number. 4 only gave you out one number. 5 only gave you out one number. If I added another line and I put 4 and then 6, that's okay. 4 gave you out 6. 4 gave you out 6 again, so it's still just one number, okay? You could have this. You could have an 8 here, 8 here, a 16 here, a negative 6 here, and a 26 here. It doesn't matter. 1 still gave you out how many numbers? 1. 2 gave you out how many numbers? 1. 3 gave you out how many numbers? 1. And so on and so forth. So, yes, it is a function. Okay? Now, 15 is not, and here's why, Lauren. Look, 6 gave you out what? 1. And then what did 6 give you out again? 2. So right there, you can stop. It fails. Anytime your outputs give you out more than one, anytime your inputs give you out more than one output, then it fails. So, your 6 actually gave you out 5 numbers. Your 6 gave you out a 1, it gave you out a 2, it gave you out a 3, it gave you out a 4, and it gave you out a 5. This is not a function. Okay, Lauren, I hope this helps. I know it's not super easy, but the more you do these, the more confident and familiar you'll become. Okay? If you have any questions, email me.